Hello there, dear friends, and welcome once again to the Relaxed Fantasy Review. Today, we're continuing on with our series in the New Player's Handbook, talking about character creation and specifically the brand new background system. The old backgrounds in the Player's Handbook in 2014 basically added a bit of flavor and a bit of skill to your character, flushing out them as a little more of a whole character, but a lot of folks just didn't pay it much mind. Got a couple skill proficiencies, whatever. Now they are absolutely core to character creation, determining your ability score increase bonuses, your origin feat, and some skill proficiencies and tool proficiencies that will help build up your character even more. Today we're talking about a interesting background, to say the least, the noble. The idea that you were raised in a noble family, sent to the finest schools, hobnobbing with the leaders of the world. That's the kind of life you'd lead. I'm not sure why you'd leave that to be an adventurer. Maybe you got bored of the rich life and decided that roughing it was more for you. Or maybe you do this in the name of your family and you want to discover treasure and find things and make your name in the world to increase your family's status. But whatever your reasons, the noble is a valid background to pick for storytelling. But how does it work mechanically? We'll get into the details in just a moment, but before we do, I'd like to let you know, Relaxed Fantasy Review has memberships. For just $1 a month, you can support me here on YouTube and get a couple benefits. First, you get a little badge next to your name in the comments, letting folks know that you're a supporter, but also you get early access to my videos. I upload videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I upload them a day early for members only. If that interests you, you can click the join button just down there next to the subscribe button. I'd love to see you in the comments with your member badge, and if it doesn't interest you, that's totally fine too. Just watching the video, liking and subscribing, all that stuff that costs nothing is a great way to support me, helping me to grow and helping this channel to get seen and allowing people to share in the knowledge of D&D. I love that you guys are here watching my content, so thank you very much. So, all backgrounds now give you 3 ability scores to choose from, and you can either take a +2 and a +1, like normal, or a +1 to all 3 of them. That's your call. The noble grants you strength, intelligence, and charisma. Not sure why. I mean, storytelling-wise, I get it. Hobnobbing with people, combat training with knights, and best schools out there. But for character creation, this is a bit of a mismatch to me. Strength-based characters, such as barbarians and fighters, don't typically care about their mental stats. Charisma casters, like warlocks and bards, don't usually want to be strength-based fighters. They usually lean into dex more. And intelligence-based casters don't care that much about their charisma or their strength. It's like, in general, you're just getting one stat that you want. The exception, I suppose, would be paladins, getting strength and charisma both. But I'm not sure who this is for. A wizard who likes to swing a greatsword, a bard who also wants to take like a couple wizard levels. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I think that, I mean, there's something here. Charisma's good. Strength is fine, intelligence is fine, depending on what you're building. It's just a shame that there's no constitution, you know? Like, I could have seen charisma, intelligence, and con. That would have been fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to give this 7 out of 10. It's not awful. It's just, it's not going to work for a lot of characters. The origin feat you get, though, is pretty good. The skilled feat. Origin feats don't give you any ability score increases, but the skilled feat does give you 3 more proficiencies of your choice between the skills and the tools. I love throwing the skilled feat on characters that already get skills. I mean, you can throw this on a human, they get an extra skill, and that's a rogue, they get 4 skills, and then you're going to get more from your background here in a sec. So yeah, throwing skill proficiencies on any character is nice. And the fact that you can choose tools, if you'd rather lean into the brand new crafting rules or the new tool proficiencies that, you know, kind of expand on how they work. There's a lot of choices here, and I think this origin feat's well worth a 9 out of 10. As far as those skill proficiencies I was just mentioning, the noble background grants you history and persuasion, once again leaning into intelligence and charisma. History's decent. I mean, it helps you understand the world and cultures and kingdoms and, you know, it can be handy in like war games if you want to know like how armies use their tactics. There's a lot to history. Persuasion, on the other hand, is one of my favorite skills, the charisma skills, and I think that persuasion's the best of them, personally. The fact that don't have to lie or scare people, you can just convince them, persuade them. I think these are good skills to get. I give them 7 out of 10 and 9 out of 10, respectively. Finally, you get a tool proficiency. The Noble gives you a gaming set. So you're really good at chess or dice or cards or something. I don't know. The gaming set, I understand why it's here. It's fun to gamble. It's fun to bet people information or to make gold using your gaming set. Like, I get it. But it just doesn't do anything outside of incredibly specific situations. You know, like, yes, I can understand why it's here and I can see uses for it, but it's so niche and doesn't help in adventuring situations in general. I gotta give it 5 out of 10. Like, it doesn't take away anything. It just doesn't add anything to your character outside of very rare circumstances. Overall, the Noble just kind of doesn't impress me. I mean, Persuasion and the Skilled feat are nice, but those skills, those ability score increases, just have me kind of scratching my head. And the gaming set doesn't help at all. I'm going to give the Noble a 7 out of 10. Like, yes, if you're playing a paladin, or you're playing a rogue or bard that wants to lean into their skills, or, you know, something like that, yeah, you can find use here. But in general, you're not going to get much out of this. You don't have a buff to your constitution. You're not going to get a buff to your wisdom. Dexterity is the most commonly, you know, used secondary, tertiary stat, and you're not going to get that here either. Like, yeah, I just think that you're definitely a very niche character to take this background. I mean, it's not bad. There's nothing bad here. It's just that it's kind of specific, you know? Have fun, paladins. Have a good time with these, you know, boosting your skills, using your charisma. Like, fine, sure. But in general, I think I might look elsewhere for most characters. So, yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Noble. I guess not liking rich people is just part of D&D now. Maybe, or maybe that's just me. I don't know. This has been the Relaxed Fantasy Review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Have a look for the join button down there, and keep your eyes peeled for more background reviews coming down the line soon. Have a good one, my friends.